Hey everyone, we're just about to get started here. We're having our webinar on the 6 secrets to building your SMS list before Q4. And we've got our speaker, Alex Beller, on the line here. So I'll let him take it away.
Hey everybody, happy Tuesday, morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. Thanks for joining us. We're going to cover a bunch of ways to quickly grow your SMS list today, but also feel free to just have this serve as a knowledge session. So if you have any questions about SMS, compliance, strategies for the holidays, feel free to ask those questions and in the Q&A, and we will answer them at the end. So we can go ahead and get started. I am Alex Beller. I'm one of the co-founders of PostScript. PostScript is an SMS marketing tool specifically for e-commerce, specifically for e-commerce businesses that run on Shopify. So some brands we do this for are people like Native Deodorant, Boosted Boards, Steve Madden, The Giving Keys, and thousands more. Cool, so let's just go ahead and dive into it. Today we're going to cover a little bit of like a high-level overview of SMS, why we're so focused on it, why we believe in it so deeply, and the types of results and engagement that our customers are seeing. Then most of today is going to be dedicated to talking about growing your list. And so why this is important is because when you get started with text marketing, you're going to start off with a subscriber list of 0, right? Because you need users to have opted in properly in order to send them a text, you'll start off without an SMS list. So despite the fact that text marketing can drive amazing results, like we're showing right now, right? Huge click-through rates, huge open rates, great ROI. The challenge is often that you may have a really small subscriber list, or like right now, it's mid-September, Q4 is around the corner, and you don't have like a large audience to market to. So it's really, really important to deploy several different list growth mechanisms in order to make this as large an opportunity as you can. So SMS in general, does it work? It absolutely does. These statistics are what we've seen across PostScript so far in 2019. So customers like yourselves are averaging 98% open rates on all the texts they send, anywhere from 7.5 to 35% click-through rates, and an overall ROI of 25x. However, this is a really, really sensitive channel. And as we go to the next page, what we'll see is that engagement is sky high with SMS, right? With open rates and click rates, highest of just about any channel. However, users are more sensitive to it at the same time. So we need to apply a slightly different framework for text marketing than what we do for other channels like email, just because someone's SMS inbox is a pretty personal, pretty sensitive place. So some of these statistics, comparing them to other marketing channels, it's really interesting, where SMS by far and away drives the highest engagement rates from both like opens and clicks across the board. And especially for a mobile marketing channel, it's going to be the highest revenue driver of the bunch. However, text marketing is a bit more expensive than email. And like we were referencing earlier, it's also a little bit more intrusive than email. So there's some unique mechanisms for list growth that, because SMS compliance is so strict, we need to take into account. So let's jump into a quick overview of compliance before we get into how to grow your list. So at PostScript, we take compliance extremely seriously. And how it works is that inside the United States, the US has the most strict SMS marketing regulation of anywhere in the world. It's much more strict than GDPR. And how it works is that in order to send a text to your customers that includes marketing, you need to get explicit written consent from them that they want to be marketed to by you. That means explicit written consent means that they have checked an unchecked box, giving permission. Maybe it means they send in the first message themselves to sign up. You guys have probably seen billboards like that, right? Or political ads. Text Alex to a short 5-digit number. There's also some other regulations where you can't text people at night, you can't text people before 8 a.m. in the morning, and you need to honor opt-outs. Like when users reply stop, they have to be automatically unsubscribed. So there's a whole bunch of regulation here. PostScript makes it really easy to follow. If you have any questions about this, please reach out to us. We're experts in SMS compliance, and we automate most of these so that you don't have to worry about getting in trouble, like sending a text out in the middle of the night. However, if you employ all of those compliance regulations, and if you're following the rules, there's still a bunch of easy ways to grow your list. So let's start at like the highest volume sign-in method, which is utilizing Facebook lead advertising. This is something extremely new that we aren't seeing much of in the market. Everyone knows in e-commerce that acquisition through Facebook and Instagram has just been powering e-commerce growth for a really long time. And it's a really effective channel. The downside of it is that every time you want to get a click, you have to go and pay Facebook. Right? It's not really an owned channel like SMS, where once you own the list, you own the list. You can market to them. Those are your users to market to as much as you want. And so a technique we've started to see pop up is using Facebook lead ads, like shown on the right, to actually directly grow an SMS subscriber list. So here's how it works. You put together a Facebook lead ad with a clear call to action, and then you can see on the right how you're collecting pieces of information like a phone number or a first name, which can be pre-filled by Facebook. The one thing to flag about this is that you still need to do it in compliant ways. So PostScript's team has a guide around this, and we can provide you the proper language to add into these ads to ensure that the sign up is compliant and that the user is opting in properly. However, we connect cleanly to Facebook lead ads so that when a user opts in, they get dropped into a welcome flow in your PostScript account. They start getting texts, and you have them subscribed, and you've successfully taken the user off of Facebook, where now you can speak directly to them without paying Facebook again and again and again. The second mechanism we've started to see is using good old-fashioned social media contests. And with October and November, right around the corner, now's a great time of year to start thinking about this and including this. So we have a couple examples to look at. So on the next slide, we can see that here's an example of a social media contest from one of our partners, the Cereal School. And what they were doing here is a pretty classic social media contest or follower giveaway. To enter, you have to like the post, you have to tag a friend, you have to repost it or share the post, and all of those create entrants for the user. One additional qualification you can add here is to utilize a keyword opt-in. So inside of your PostScript account, you can create a keyword that when texted will opt the user into marketing from you. So in this case, Cereal School could have added another requisite to enter the giveaway. And they could have said text, whatever the keyword is, maybe 100K giveaway, to the phone number associated with their PostScript account. And that would have signed the user up for text alerts. It would have taken them off of Instagram onto an owned channel like SMS. So this is a really easy way, without setting up much tech, to pull subscribers off your social media and place them on your text marketing list. Here is another example of the following. Cool. Let's jump into the third way to grow your list. So this is leveraging influencers. So a lot of the merchants and e-commerce companies that we work with lean on influencers really heavily in order to just drive traffic to their site. And this has a similar issue as running social ads, where yes, you are going to see a bump in traffic and revenue by utilizing influencers. However, the customer base remains the influencers, and you're going to have to sponsor them again and again and again. Instead, it's really smart to try to get those users subscribed to your text marketing flow so that you own the relationship. And there's a few different ways you can do this. So the first is using keyword opt-ins like we were showing on the last slides, right? The call to action that you have influencers use could be something like, text in the 100K giveaway to a short phone number. And that way they're encouraging their followers in order to redeem the offer to subscribe to you guys via SMS. That's a really straightforward way. Another way is using PostScript. You can generate an opt-in link and have it embedded in your influencer posts as the call to action, so that when users click the link, they're taken to automatically subscribe to your PostScript account, and that way you have them as a follower and as a subscriber for your text marketing. So this is a YouTube example. Go to the next slide and we'll take a look at what this would be like on Instagram. And it's very similar. The call to action can be through a keyword, or if you're sponsoring an influencer post so that you can add an actual click-through link, you can utilize an opt-in link from PostScript as well. So we've covered social media contests, we've covered Facebook lead ads, we've covered influencers, moving right along. Now let's talk about email. So the same two mechanisms for driving subscribers that we've just talked about can also be utilized to your email list. This is all about growing your text marketing list before the holidays begin. So you can include two different types of calls to action, both the keyword opt-ins and the actual sign-up links, the sign-up short links that you can generate inside of PostScript. Either of those can be embedded and should be embedded in all your standard email marketing. They should go inside of newsletters that go out for like new offers and for promotions and holidays. They should go inside of transactional emails as well, right? Place them inside shipping links or shipping emails. Place them inside upsell and customer support check-in emails. Use every single customer email touch point as an opportunity to also get that user subscribed to SMS, where engagement is just going to be so much higher. Maybe you're going to see 20% open rates on email, but you're going to see 98% on SMS. So getting those users also subscribed to text marketing is going to be worthwhile. The next way to drive opt-ins is very, very standard. And when you sign up for PostScript, we will take you through instructions for how to make this a compliant opt-in, but really simple, right? It's getting users to opt in at checkout. As you can see here on this demo checkout page that's screenshotted on the left, the checkbox says, keep me up to date on news and exclusive offers via email and or text messages. So as users are going through checkout, if they check that box, they are clearly, compliantly opting into SMS marketing, and they will be added automatically to your PostScript account. To take this opportunity to look a little bit more at compliance, let's take a look at a few different examples of checkout of what constitutes a compliant or non-compliant opt-in. So on the left is the same example we showed on the last slide, right? Users, in order to subscribe to text marketing, have to check an unchecked box. That's great. Down at the bottom of the page, you can see some additional compliance language that they're agreeing to. But a refrain we hear from a lot of customers is, hey, we want to take subscribers in at checkout, but we still want to have our email opt-in pre-filled. And there's a solution for that. In the middle, you can see that the main marketing checkbox is pre-filled. It says, keep me up to date on news and exclusive offers. That's totally fine, because we aren't taking text message subscribers in from that field. If you look down at the bottom of the pre-filled box in the middle, you'll see that there's a second checkbox below the phone field about receiving news and offers via text messages. And below that, there's some additional compliance language. So again, we're having users click yes on a previously unchecked box. So anyone who opt-ins and advances to the next page is very clearly opting in to text marketing, and they will be added to your account. The last form is is showcasing our mobile pop-up. And this is actually the highest performing opt-in mechanism we have for driving subscribers. And it's one that we're not even really going to focus on today. What this is showing is a text to opt-in. So when users click the call to action, the pop-up, they're taken over to their text message app, and a pre-filled opt-in message is sitting there waiting for them that they just hit send on. When they hit send, they're automatically subscribed to a welcome series for that store, and they automatically get added in as a subscriber. So this, using these short links, is a really, really strong way to get mobile users on any source, whether it's email, whether it's a social ad, whether it's an influencer post, or whether it's a pop-up like this. It's a really high conversion mechanism for driving subscribers because the user never has to type in their phone number, right? The user never has to type in anything in order to sign up, unlike most pop-ups. Instead, they just hit the call to action and subscribe. So for the sixth and almost final way to drive opt-ins, this is something we've only seen a little of, but we're pretty interested in it. So a lot of our customers utilize hashtags to get the word out about big marketing events for them. So whether that's a big promotion or they're dropping a new collection, anything like that can be worthy of leaning into a hashtag, just drive more awareness. And so utilizing that hashtag as the text keyword can be a great way to just like keep the overall marketing event top of mind. So in the case of this brand here, actually utilizing that keyword and having followers and users text that keyword into subscribe for a specific marketing campaign will just keep things coherent. It'll drive additional awareness to the campaign, and you'll probably see a lift in overall opt-ins because the messaging is congruent with the messaging going out across social. So the very last tactic we're going to cover today is driving opt-ins with packaging. So this is a really cool way. We're seeing a few brands start to utilizing it, and we're excited about it, where in all of your packaging going out to customers, including a leaflet or a call to action of some kind, encouraging them to opt into SMS with your store, is a really smart thing to do. Anyone who does this is going to be an existing customer and probably a really loyal customer who wants news and updates from you around new products that you drop, new collections, promotions, things like that. So including in packaging a call to action like text, rent, repeat, return to the short code phone number assigned to your account, this is going to be an awesome way to drive subscribers. It's going to be a great way to drive subscribers who come in from other sources as well. And it's a way to reach customers and keep an eye on them even after they've already purchased from you to hopefully drive repeat purchases. So that was a quick session. We ran through, really, if you include the pop-up, 8 different ways to build your SMS list and drive opt-ins. So I want to open the floor now to Q&A and see if there's any questions.
Cool. So there's a few questions here and just some housekeeping items. So from Kim, she said, this is really good info. Will you share the slide deck so I can educate my team? Definitely. So post-webinar, we're going to be sending out the recording, and we'll also be sending out the slides. And we're happy to sit down and talk with anyone if they have any questions, and just walk you through PostScript and any ideas or questions that you have on how to grow your SMS list. Does anyone have any other questions? You can feel free to add them in the QA section, or just unmute yourself and feel free to ask. All right, no questions. We will send this out today, and if you guys have any questions, again, feel free to email info@postscript.io, and happy to have you join today. And and thank you all for joining. We'll close a little bit early.
Awesome.
Oh, actually, we do have one question here. Let's see. So, question about influencer marketing. So talking about influencer marketing and having them use SMS for their list. It's a little bit hard for influencers because they want to control your list. Alex, do you have any feedback on just potentially using influencers with SMS?
Yes. So there's a few different things that we've seen happen. One is we've seen brands actually like utilize their micro influencers through SMS. So actually ask their affiliates and their micro influencers to subscribe to a specific keyword of theirs. That way, the merchant has like a direct line of communication and can get the word out to all their influencers and their affiliates via just a text. So setting up a unique keyword and pushing that out and asking your influencers or affiliates to subscribe to it so you can get updates to them and correspond with them via text message is really, really smart. And if they subscribe to a unique keyword, you'll be able to segment by that keyword and just target those users with certain messaging. As far as asking your influencers to push their followers to an SMS call to action, we've seen a couple different things. It's included in the slide deck. We've seen giving them a unique opt-in link to include in their posts, and also using a keyword call to action of like text Alex to 29071. Both of those are effective. Both of them are great ways to get some of the influencers' followers to back onto your text marketing list. And if any of these strategies are interesting, but you aren't sure how they would fit in, or if any of them are curious, but you aren't sure where to start, set some time up with our team. You can email me, alex@postscript.io. You can live chat us on the site. You can reach out to your customer success manager, and we'll help you get some of these live before the holidays so that your list, when Black Friday and when the big holiday weeks come around, your SMS list is substantially larger.
Great. That's awesome. And then, in terms of influencers and affiliate, definitely something we can chat about a little bit offline. We do have definitely attribution for keywords. So I don't know if we want to go too far in depth with that, but happy to chat about it afterwards. I know it's a little bit of a hot topic. Any other questions coming through on the QA line, or anyone, please feel free to send us an email, and I think we can send out the webinar and all the information afterwards. And thank you guys for joining.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.